Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? We have information, the latest, right out of Israel. Matter of fact, I just did an app. I just put a video up on my app of some insider footage. It's incredible, about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes of incredible footage from both inside of Gaza, the streets of Gaza with the bombing taking place, and also from the streets in Ashkelon, where rockets are crashing into apartment complexes and buildings. This morning, there was a synagogue that people were worshiping in, hit by a rocket, and the worshipers, the Jewish worshipers in Israel, had to flee into the. There was some injuries. Also, there were some other buildings where there's been some casualties. So the intensity of the rockets being fired by Gaza into Israel has truly increased. But let me tell you what else is going on just now breaking. First of all, put a shout out real fast to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's right, healthwithpaul.com. Guys, seriously, collagen product sales are picking up, and for a good reason. Collagen has been revered as giving skin its strength, elasticity, along with its power to reduce wrinkles. This isn't just hearsay. There are thousands of studies to back this up of all these claims. Matter of fact, however, typical collagen supplements you'll find on the store shelves usually don't give you and don't work because they're filled with a lot of cheap filler to create this low quality collagen, and sometimes has harmful ingredients in it, including human DNA. I would highly recommend you stay away from that. And this is why I love this product right here. This collagen right here by BioTrust is made of plant, egg, and fish collagen. And are you serious? This is really the deal. It's odorless, it's tasteless, but you'll become ageless, strengthening your fingernails, your hair, your skin, your joints. I mean, it's unbelievable what this can do. Just go to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. Just one scoop in your coffee or 2 scoops in the soup. You'll be glad you did. And if you go to this website, www.healthwithpaul.com, they will give you 51% off. But you got to visit the link in my description in the video. Okay? Do that and get the savings and be glad you did. All right. Now, here's the deal. I'm glad for all of you that are here. We had a great live broadcast last night. Sunday Night Live was a powerful program. Once again, 15 people were saved, and we had a great crowd. And so proud of all of you that are with me this morning. And here's what's happening. The latest information. Again, I just did a video on the app. It's called The Destruction of Gaza. I think is what I called it. Yeah, The Destruction of Gaza. Live footage. It's insider footage. It's unbelievable. Right from the streets of Gaza as Israel is attacking Hamas in Gaza. You will see about 3.5 minutes of footage. The first part of it is that. The last part of it is the rockets that are hitting Israel by Hamas today, and just still continuing as we're speaking. Unbelievable footage taking place right now in the Holy Land. Certainly, this super blood moon war that we've been telling you was coming is here, and will probably carry on past the blood moon. I don't see it ending anytime soon, as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that he must do more than just stop. You can't just have a ceasefire and just work something out, because you can't work anything out with these guys. He said we have to secure and then deter. And so, wow, check this out, though. I've got some information on this. According to reports we're getting, Israel is pounding Gaza after a synagogue was hit with a rocket this morning, when people inside worshiping. Israel strikes have hit the Gaza tunnels hard, and United Nations and other world diplomats are trying to get Israel to stop and are working for a truce. But according to a report, the Israeli military unleashed a wave of heavy airstrikes on the Gaza Strip this morning, saying it has destroyed 15 kilometers or 9 miles of the radical militant Hamas tunnels, and also the homes of 9 Hamas commanders, as the international diplomats work to end the week of fighting that has killed hundreds of people. The latest attacks killed the top Gaza leader of the Islamic Jihad militant group. They've already killed the top 6 commanders of Hamas's group, whom the Israeli military blamed for some of the thousands of rocket attacks launched in Israel in the last few days. Residents of Gaza, awakened by the overnight barrage, described it as the heaviest since the war began and the heaviest in years. Matter of fact, the strikes howled out one floor of the multi-story concrete building. A woman picked through the clothing, the rubble, the splintered furniture in a room that had been destroyed. One strike demolished the wall of one room, leaving untouched an open cabinet filled with bedding inside. A car in the street that witnessed said it was hit by an airstrike was bent and torn. Its roof ripped back, and what was left of the driver's side was not good. Matter of fact, a beachside cafe the car had just left was splintered there. But it is mainly the tunnels. Israel is bombing the tunnels. And unfortunately, these radical terrorists use people, men, women, and children, for human shields. It is a very ugly situation taking place right now in Gaza. Our prayers are going out for everyone in the Middle East. But it's not just that that's taking place. Also, Israel has killed, like I said, the top militant commander of the Islamic Jihad after the Palestinians had fired rockets into Ashkelon and Ashdod, hitting a synagogue. Now, Israel then killed the senior Palestinian militant commander in heavy airstrikes on Gaza this morning, and the Islamic groups have renewed rocket attacks on Israeli cities, despite mounting international calls for a ceasefire. And as the fierce hostilities in the region in years enter a second week, the U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is urging all sides to protect their civilians, and said that Washington was working intensely behind the scenes to halt the conflict. Gaza health officials put the Palestinian death toll at 201. Israel has got 10 people dead, including 2 children. But police said an Israeli man also died in a hospital Monday after he was hit and injured in the city of Lod, which makes now the death toll at 11. But the Israel killing of Hussam Abu Habib, the Islamic Jihad armed commander for the North Gaza, was likely to draw a fierce response from the militant groups that are fighting alongside Hamas. I don't see how it can get any more worse, because they fired over 5,000 rockets into Israel. The question is, will Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, they fired 3 rockets so far, will they enter into the fray? And the other question is, what about Iran? What about Iran and Syria? Will they begin? They fired 3 rockets so far out over the Golan Heights. Will they enter into the fray? And what about Russia? And even Turkey is condemning Israel. Turkey wanting to come down from the north and would like to participate. Now, the United Nations is in conversations with both the Israelis and Hamas, whoever leaders they have left. I don't know how many they got left, trying to figure out a way to bring a ceasefire. But unless Gaza, unless Hamas, not the Palestinian people, but Hamas, who's hijacked the Palestinian people, unless they stop shooting rockets, how in the world what does Israel do? And so obviously Israel can't stop going after the enemy until they stop shooting rockets. And they have no intentions of stopping yet. And the question is, are they going to get other groups, like I said, Hezbollah from Lebanon, or Iran and Syria from over the Golan Heights out of Syria, or even Turkey and maybe others to get in the conflict? This is very dangerous. It's Bible prophecy. I shared a lot of this prophecy last night in my show, because you can go to Amos chapter 1, and I'll show you that right now, because in Amos, it tells you that because of the 3 and 4 transgressions, because of 3 or 4 transgressions, God said, I will send a fire on the walls of Gaza. And I'll read it for you right here. In Amos chapter 1, verse 6, the prophecy is this: Thus saith the Lord, for the 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity, to deliver them up to Edom. But I will send a fire on the wall of Gaza, which shall devour the palaces thereof. Now, I really believe those palaces are the headquarters of the Hamas commanders, who are being taken out and their homes being destroyed, their palaces. Also, the wall of fire at Gaza is certainly taking place now. And if you go to my app, you can watch what I'll show it to you with insider footage, 3.5 minutes of insider footage at my app. The name of my app is the New Apocalypse Watch.com. That's new, get www.newapocalypsewatch.com. Now, there's some other people with some apocalypse apps, but those are not mine. You'll know mine. Newapocalypsewatch.com. When you get there, you can click on the video section, hit the 3 little dots and scroll down, and you can watch the video sections where I have about 50 videos, all of them exclusive there. And the latest I just did 10 minutes ago on the destruction of Gaza. And also it shows you the rockets are hitting Israel. It's all footage, insider footage from the streets of the war. Subscribe, get this app, because besides all the videos you can watch, and you can see some of the press secretary Psaki, and she's, the doubles talking. You can see Rashid Tlaib, all of the things they're saying, how the administration right now, the confusion we're getting. But you get all of those videos, are all there. Now, let me say this: there's a serious problem, and that is we're in a biblical moment. We're in a serious prophecy moment. Jesus said, when you see the armies compassing Jerusalem, know that the desolation thereof is nigh. And folks, we are in the apocalyptic hour. We're on the brink of the beast. We're at the edge of eternity. Something biblical is going on here, folks, with the signs of the second coming of Christ. Please give your life to Jesus Christ. Be born again. Get yourself rapture ready, because the Lord is coming back. I don't know the day. I don't know the hour, but doomsday is on the horizon. Doomsday is on the horizon. Are you saved? Are you serious?